And ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome to Curbside Podcast presents Dice Hard with a Vengeance, your semi-weekly game here on
Bi-weekly.
Don't you mean bi-weekly?
Bi-weekly.
It's semi. That's sort of the same.
Yeah, you're right.
Listen,
It's literally
okay.
the opposite. Semi is half.
It used to
Bi
be
is two.
weekly, and now we have to do it every 2
Other-
weeks because of reasons. But
You could also
Get it
say
right.
every
Because
other
real
week.
life.
yeah, because real life mostly. Can't wait to get back on the normal schedule. But
Get it right.
welcome to Curbside Podcast presents Dice Hard with a Vengeance. We've missed all of you. We've missed playing D&D. It has been an interesting time off screen. So,
Well, I played yesterday, but not
and I'm playing tomorrow. So it's a good weekend for D&D. As always, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, tap the little bell on your YouTube app so you never miss an upload, and buy the shirts at prowrestlingtees.com/LostBoyKirby. It's also
Speaking
on our
of, my shirt didn't come in the mail, Cam. What's going on with that?
Well, then I'll get on the horn with Pro Wrestling Tees and figure out what the hell's going on.
Oh, I thought you were supposed to send it.
No,
oh, my bad.
no,
Since
homie.
a new cast member, I thought I was supposed to get a welcome package and all of that, but
No.
No,
okay,
no.
gotcha.
We don't make
Gotcha.
enough money on here for me to provide everyone with shirts. When we
That explains
do,
why more
you'll be the
Morales
first.
because he needs the uniform.
That's a lie. You'll
He's-
be the second. George will be the first. But shout out to our sponsors, Raise Energy at repsports.com. I would have a can here at the desk, but my new box just came in today, so none of them are cold yet. But they still have
Oh,
their brand new
wow.
flavored
Expecting a little bit
ginger
more
ale
commitment to the
available.
brand, you know? Drink your warm energy.
You could have just had the can, like pretend
I
to
mean,
sip.
I can go get this giant ass box of.
No,
Raise
it's too
Energy.
late. It's too late.
Or
You should have had it.
you
It should've
coulda
been in
had
the background. It should have
a-
been in the background.
A little bit of the illusion. You could have just said, hey, look at this can. How do we know if it's cold or
Wait.
not?
Because
Wait,
I
did you
always
send a
crack
message to
open the
chat that
can
said
on
you
live
went and got
stream.
ice? And
But
unlike our favorite NPC, you actually probably got ice.
yes, I actually did get ice. But go check out our sponsors, Raise Energy at repsports.com. Their new ginger ale flavor is absolutely amazing. I have not been disappointed in it at all. I believe they're also running a deal where if you spend up to $60, you get a free pre-workout, which I got the South Beach flavor. So very, very happy with that flavor. Also, shout out to our sponsors, Jerky.pro. Use the promo code Curbside8 at checkout for both of those sites to get yourself a special discount. And of course, always shout out to our friends at Quest in Trays and their custom trays, custom dice towers, and possibly coming soon, custom dice.
Hmm?
Yeah, question mark. They're in the workings, and I don't want to make any announcements for them, but I have been following them very heavily on Instagram to see what their next announcement's going to be. And also, shout out to our new friends at the HNIC podcast, Head Nerds in Charge. They've had me on their show for the past 2 weeks, and myself and a couple cast members are even trying to plan our appearance at the HNIC Con in June, but details on that are still up in the air. But go check them out. They're wonderful people, have a great message, and I've had a blast on there these past 2 weeks, and hopefully making a hat trick for this week later on. But tonight, our
You don't
lovely...
have a sound bit of your. Come on,
Bro,
Cam.
come on, man. You
Come
think
on,
I have
man.
that
You
kind
had
of
to-
budget?
You got it. You were supposed to throw a sample out.
You sound
Anyway.
pretty enthusiastic. Sounds like you're volunteering.
It wasn't.
But our lovely
To the
DM
oath.
Tim has an interesting night ahead of us.
I do?
Well,
She's like me.
I mean, I
Okay.
assume.
I'm supposed to
I
come
have
up with these.
confidence in you.
Wait, I'm the DM?
So does that,
was
are we
the
listening
DM
to
the
him
whole
rap the hottest
time.
mixtape of
Why
1893?
didn't anyone tell me?
But we'll start with the oath, and then Mr. DM, take it away. I, Neremos Torin, do solemnly swear to not be a murder hobo. Lady V.
Yeah, I think I'm done being a murder hobo. Won't happen again.
Fair enough. Basilisk.
No. Just no.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Moo.
Draco.
Moo.
Mur-
Moo.
murder move.
I agree with Basilisk. I shapeshift into a cow. Moo.
Moo.
Momo.
I'll take it. Tim,
All right.
take it away.
Okay. Well, when we last left off, you were literally just want to say you were exactly the same place you were when we started 2 weeks ago. But let's try to recap as best as possible and kind of reset where we are and what we're doing and what we see moving forward. After the incident at Philomena Bordeaux's wedding, there's been a lot of simply, I want to say, just taking stock and handling the situation amongst yourselves, amongst your friends, amongst the remaining authority for Brian. And throughout all of it, a few positives have come from it. And it appears that it is no longer an interest, but in fact a goal to establish some form of new government, starting with what's left of Brian. But they want to make the party's long-term friend and associate, Hector, the new regent of a new government, kingdom, city-state. The details have not been decided on, but Hector has, not even begrudgingly, he is actually just accepted and taken on the responsibility and is beginning to make steps towards that. Moving forward, you guys were given a week to make it back to Sandbar, where there was going to be a more official meeting with the hierarchy that remains from Brian, some allies and friends, and to perhaps a more official declaration of the intentions here. In that time, you guys were given, however you wish to return to Sandbar is up to you. You have two options, which I don't mind picking up on that. You have a couple options. You can teleport with Vereen and Teledor, or you can take the ship that Ramsey, he is returning the Celestial Bronze launch ship to Sandbar, and once he's there, that boat will be turned over because he has sold it and he has made a lot of money off of it. So
Cool.
those are the options. Exactly where we left off last week. I'm going to pick up with Torin, but it's going to be brief. Torin,
Yes.
one of our now NPCs for the party and long-term friend of the party, Natil Starag, walked up to you and announced her intentions that she was leaving.
Yeah.
And I'm going to abbreviate this. The main points that she makes is simply that you can call it battle fatigue. You can call it. I feel like post-traumatic stress isn't quite the accurate way, but she is overwhelmed with everything that's transpired, and the incident with Mina tipped the scales, and that was the final straw. And she has pretty much stated her intention that she'll go with you guys back to Sandbar, but once back at Sandbar, she's going to go on her own, and that she cannot deign to move forward with the menagerie. So it takes you guys a couple of hours to get through that, but that's the basics of that. And just for the sake of the stream's sake and everything, that's pretty much the highlights. At the end of it, she kind of just looks at you and wants to apologize, and that as far as you and her are concerned, this is pretty much the end for that too. You know, she needs to kind of figure out, she needs to get her head straight. And she's pretty much cutting ties in all aspects.
Well, Torin, after just absorbing everything,
Yeah.
he will very calmly and very gently take Nat's hands. Natil, I understand. I understand that this life and our life together is not as simple as we had hoped. I want you to know that I don't have any ill will towards you at all. And I hope wherever you end up will make you happy.
She kind of... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
And I promise I will try to keep myself out of as much trouble as I can. And I'll miss you.
At the end of it, she kind of lingers on your last words, and there's like an awkward silence, and she kind of stands up. I wish things could have been differently. I'm sorry. I don't know what I expected when I met you back in Brine, all those months ago, but this isn't the life I want.
I understand and I respect that decision. And unfortunately, the hard part of this is the life that I have. So, let's promise that when things become peaceful, and when things stop catching on fire and succubus stop showing up at weddings, just get back together as friends and see how each other's lives turned out.
I can agree to that.
I can't promise you a timeline though, so just stay posted on, when Brian becomes a new state, or if you hear tales of a heroic dragonborn. That won't be me; it'll be somebody else. But
you see as her eyes kind of dart kind of past you and up, like over your left shoulder and back to you, and she just kind of half smiles. She goes, "We'll see each other again."
And then Torin will very slowly, because he still has like everything on him right now, his armor, his weapons. He will slowly reach for the death bow and place it on the table. So, did you want this back?
You keep it.
I will. I promise to at least aim for one chandelier with it.
She kind of, once again, kind of a possibly even a forced laugh a little bit, but she kind of smirks and feel like that's part of this life.
Yeah.
Be good to separate myself from that too. She kind of stands up. Oh, she's already standing up.
Yeah.
My apologies. So she walks by you and just kind of puts a hand on your shoulder, squeezes it. Kind of shares one last brief glance between the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
And she walks. And you notice that she walks by not immediately. He wasn't eavesdropping. What you see is Hector is making his way kind of towards where you guys were sitting, and you see as she kind of is passing with him, she kind of punches him in the arm, and you overhear her say, "You let me know when you get coronated. I want to be there." And she keeps on walking.
Coronated.
You see is like Hector's kind of looking back at her, kind of back at you, kind of. Yeah, and he's kind of like mouthing to you, like, do you want me to go? Like, he's not close enough to where you can see him or like you can hear him, but he's
No,
like, you.
Torrin just be like,
Get on over here.
Okay, and he comes up and sits down in front of you.
Well, if it isn't the new leader of Brine, what was the word that they were throwing around?
Regent.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Hero of Legend has a better ring to it.
I do not, because it's a lie. He kind of smiles. Yeah, I'm rolling with it. Whatever they want to call me. It's fine.
Well.
You want me to give you?
No, you're good. Nat has informed me that she will be going on her own way after we get back to Sandbar. The adventuring life turned out to be a little bit much for her, and that's okay. So she's gonna move on, and we're going to continue to try to build you an army for the free state of Brine. Well, at least we got a couple ideas in the air that we might have to go handle while you go do your leadership stuff.
Yeah. Good Lord. I've been hearing some rumors about some possibility for help down the line. We'll see when we get to that meeting in Sandbar, though. Seems like a lot of promised help. What would be a good analogy for this? People don't want to back the wrong horse.
Yeah, it's fair.
And they would prefer if, in this analogy, the horse won a few races before they started betting on him.
Well, I know where my money's at.
He kind of looks at you with a blank, like,
you, Hector. Because I know you might not have wanted a position of power. That's kind of been your whole thing since you got skin back, not since we met you. That was a different problem that we fixed later. But ever since you became Hector again, you've been very much all about what you want, not what a bunch of people expect of you.
yeah.
So, I just want to tell you that I think you're going to do a fantastic job. Because The wise, crusty old Dragonborn once told me, people who want power usually aren't suited for it. And the people who don't want it are usually the ones that are going to be best for it.
You know, Basilisk literally told me the same thing maybe an hour or two ago.
Well, he is a very, very smart Minotaur. Right, Minotaur?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
Minotaur, yeah.
I don't think I actually asked him. I just kind of assumed. And, but anyway.
I don't think you've told him your name yet.
I told him that I was Torin. Yeah. I told him I was Neremos Torin when he sat down at the table at dinner. It's probably the only time he heard me say it, but I said it. Listen, okay, I need to fix some things with the group. Or we need to fix some things with the group. We being the group itself. But we're gonna address those things soon.
He kind of looks at you for a minute. I know we've got stuff to do, but you're gonna be okay?
Honestly, if you'd asked me that 2 days ago, don't know if I would be able to answer that, but we'll call it I took stock recently, and I think I'm gonna be all right.
Good. Because they're still going to need you.
Yeah, Hisma said it. Not as kindly, but Hisma said something similar. So, but no, I'm good. I'm good to go. And I'll make sure everyone else is too.
Good, because I think they're talking about teleporting sometime later today.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm really sick of sailing. It'd be nice to have some, just jump somewhere instead of having to be on the ocean and fight freaking mimics and pirates in bottles. Be nice not to go to an island where I get turned into stone.
I don't think we were meant for a life of leisure just yet, Torin.
Nope. No, we were not.
Well, we better go find everybody.
Yes, that's an excellent plan. And Torin will get up. He will look at the bottle that Nat left on the table. Nah. And he'll just walk away. And follow Hector towards to find the group.
Hector picks up the bow.
I thought I put that on my back. Son of a bitch. Quickly throws it back on him. All right. Whew. I'd forget my tail if it wasn't connected.
He just follows you, just kind of laughing to himself.
And Torin will go looking for the rest of the group.
Okay. Let's see. Well, for the sake of they're not here, and I can just move them around like chess pieces. Finding Taruk and Corrales is easy because I said so.
Well, I mean, Corrales is sitting in a snow globe of darkness on an open beach.
Yeah. So
He's not hard to miss.
With like a shadow dragonborn sitting there like this next to him.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
The spectral shadow dragonborn just sitting crisscross applesauce right across from him.
They're just in like a snow globe of
arms
shifting
crossed.
darkness.
Like, are we really gonna sit here all day?
Yeah.
He's the goth kid with his book and his parasol.
Yep.
We'll go one by one. Draco, where did you go after all of the the in-party meeting from last week? Where did Draco go?
Well, I had some words with Sapphire, and some of those
Yeah.
words were insinuated with the smack to the head from a staff.
Yeah, that's right. You were going through your Yu Yu Hakusho training with
Yeah.
with her functioning as Genkai. Yeah, I remember.
You're gonna be
Yes.
a monk, bro.
Yeah.
So I mean, if she's done beating my ass, I guess I'll go back where I would think the party would be.
Yeah, not hard. You immediately run into Torin and Hector and Taruk and Karalos.
See, everybody's gathering about. We are missing V and Basilisk, right? I don't see a giant minotaur or a fucking agile ninja lady.
I save.
So what's the moves, Torn?
All right. Well, Hector brought
So
up the
forward.
fact that a bunch of people are actually going to be teleporting back to Sandbar instead of trying to take a ship, which I'm kind of all for. I figured you would be too, considering you can do you can do that thing. I know you haven't been to Sandbar. I'm saying you're comfortable with teleportation.
It really doesn't matter. I'm fine sailing as well.
But we gotta find.
Weird flex, but okay.
Gotta find.
You're not here.
We gotta find, Basilisk. We gotta find V. Taruk's picking up Kralos on the beach right now, and then once everyone's together, we'll roll out.
Sounds like a plan. I guess we'll go after Basilisk next.
Yeah, he's probably gonna be the easiest to find, to be perfectly honest.
There's
That
like
sounds about
horns
right.
sticking out over in trees somewhere. Like anime. Like there's chibi trees and then like horns.
Holy
I
cow,
like it.
water breathing, just underwater, horns coming out. Don't never afford to be like this. I am a master of stealth. Like the cows and aurochs before me, nothing can find me.
He's crunk up against the wall.
Stealth cow.
Oh god. So yeah, let's take off, Torn.
Yeah.
And I shout, Basilisk!
Okay, sure.
Basilisk!
Basilisk, roll me perception check.
I mean, we're outside on an island.
You know what energy that gives me? That gives me Laura energy from the recent episode where she was casting command and she's like, don't. Whatever they were about to do, they don't.
No perception, right?
Yeah. First roll of the night.
Please be low,
21.
please be low.
21. Faintly over the just ambient noise of the island itself, you hear Basilisk! Basilisk!
What?
Mournful sigh.
I guess this is my day. And I'll make my way towards where they're yelling from, slowly, deliberately,
Yeah.
just very much. All right, so what's the problem now?
Oh, we found
Oh,
it.
it's-
Wonderful.
It's actually not a problem per se.
How-
We just getting everybody back so we can go to Sandbar.
I'm very easy to find. I'm, to my knowledge, the only giant cowman on the island.
But this was more
That we
fun.
know of.
This was more fun though.
Roll a perception check, everyone.
That's a 24.
19.
15.
Yeah, he's the only Minotaur that you see. And
He just cocks his quarterstaff. The only one.
The only one.
I was waiting for the perception check. A second one walks by.
No, I wasn't gonna do that to you.
How did we?
Not for long.
How did we not notice you?
How did we miss the second?
There can only be one.
If
The
we're
only way to
having
kill a
burgers for
Minotaur.
lunch.
The only way to kill a Minotaur is to cut his head off. Anyway,
But yeah, this was more fun. As a matter of fact, Lady V!
I don't
God,
think
fuck! I knew you were gonna do that.
Lady V!
Draco,
This is-
I don't think
this is
he's gonna respond to that one.
giving
Called,
me EXU vibes.
Food! Food!
called a hunch. I don't think she's gonna be as easy to find.
Oh.
I
as
would
the
send her a
large-
message, but she doesn't seem to like when I use magic on her. So
Yeah.
we'll have to do it
she's-
the old-fashioned way, I suppose.
Yeah. Yes, we will. She's had a weird time with magic lately. It's not her fault. Just give her some time.
No, that's fine. What would I need to do to try to find V? Is that perception or?
Well, first of all, you've already started yelling, so V, roll perception. I just like that this is what we're doing. We have magic, sure, but why would we use that? She's traumatized, so just yell.
I'm very appreciative I'm very appreciative that that's the case. That is a flat 16.
16, nope.
Oh,
Apparently sound
yeah.
doesn't carry very well.
Well, I am in the fucking woodland shrine to the primordial gods.
Yes, in
by the way.
fact, you were cowering behind a shrine of Hermes, hoping that the Nyx statue doesn't come to life and talk to you again.
Yes, indeed. Oh, is it my turn? Are we on me now?
Yeah, and just to speed this up a little bit,
Sure.
it takes a little longer, but eventually the menagerie comes to find you, V. And
Literally, they make it their way like all the way here. Well, I was just gonna say the only thing V was gonna do was after the whole ordeal, she kind of has decided like, fuck it, I can't get my memory straight. So she is going to go into her bag and take out her like pen and notebooks. And she's just gonna start writing stuff down. Like she's literally like, okay, sandbar, list all the stuff that happened on sandbar. Pirate ship, list all the shit that happened on pirate ship. And she's literally just gonna write things out and try to timeline things.
Yeah.
Because she just like, every time she tries to think about the things that happen, it's like blurry and messy and emotional, and she doesn't really get it. So she just started writing stuff and like sketching things out, writing notes, piecing stuff together. So she does that for a few hours, and then by the time they're all looking for her, she's probably she's calmed down and she's like walking back to her like room or whatever.
Okay, easy enough to do. That's easy, and it probably does take them about an hour or two to kind of get everybody back together and find everyone. You apparently being the last piece, you see is Torin, Basilisk, Draco, Taruk, Karalos, all reconvene and find you.
Oh, we found you,
Yeah,
V.
she's like walking out of the woods.
Yeah.
Oh, we found you, V.
We have magic.
I thought you didn't like us to use.
It has been problematic every time, so we elected to not do that.
So magic is fine now.
Torin leans a little close, but like, I figured you didn't want voices in your head.
She kind of like squeezes your hand and just is like, I appreciate that. Just, she kind of looks between Draco and Basilisk and she's just like, look.
So
I'll get my shit together,
pro-magic
okay?
Or anti-magic? Where we? What side are we leaning on? Pro
Are you
or
going? Are you going to possess me, strip me of all agency, and send me gunning after I only people I care about?
I don't think any of us can do that. Can
Draco-
you do that?
I
Unless it-
absolutely
Like, we'll
could
be
do
fine.
I was about to say I think Draco probably could. Draco's like thinking back to the spells he knows.
Then how about we just
No.
don't for a while?
Could you not?
How about we not do brain magic, but like regular, magic?
It's not that I don't know what's gonna happen. So maybe let's play it nice, and I promise I'll get my shit together here soon. What's the plan?
I think that's fair. So Hector brought up that a group of folks are going to be teleporting back to.
Oh, is Hector here?
Yeah, he's there. He's just been quiet.
Oh, motherfucker! He clams up immediately and just goes, "Yeah, whatever we need to do, let's just do it."
Yeah.
And kind of like,
Hector said that there's a group of folks teleporting instead of sailing, which I figured would save us
beautiful.
time, effort, and no possibility of running into whatever.
Now,
crazy
can it be
shit.
now?
Torn looks back at Hector, who
He kind of shrugs and we're pretty close to the time that they were saying. So let's go find Vereen.
yeah,
Yeah, that's.
find
let's-
her, pack our things, and get on the road.
Oh,
I
I'm
have my
already
thing.
packed.
I have my things. I'll meet you there. She kind of
Okay.
walks ahead.
Everybody, take a few moments, get everything. Go to your hotel rooms.
Yep,
Make
goes
sure
back.
you didn't leave.
Torn
Didn't
comes
leave
out
the
of room,
charger.
just flipping things. all right. Got both weapons. Got,
Where's my shoes? They're behind the. Okay.
Got the new staff, which I don't know how it works yet, but we'll cross that bridge when we burn it. Takes his magic booze with him.
Yes. Everybody remember that you have a wine skin filled with ambrosia wine.
Mm. Oh, Basilisk is very aware. He just fully hates it.
Best part about sleeping outside is you already packed.
Is that because people steal your things in the night?
No, it's just I've never been to a hotel before.
That's fair.
Concierge service and room service are both quite lovely. I recommend it sometime.
What's room service?
It's when they bring food to your room that you don't have to go get.
Huh.
It's pretty amazing, actually.
Well, it doesn't take long. You all get your things, and for the sake that he's not here, I won't do that to him. Taruk does remember to bring a hand with him. I won't do
Yo,
that to him.
you don't make Crowless leave every last one of his possessions in a hotel room, and
Yeah. No, they all get their stuff. They all get their everything.
No, let the boy learn.
He learned
learned
last
that.
time is the problem.
you be kind to the boy.
He
Hit
is
the
the
ball.
favorite.
The boy is on a very steep learning curve. You be kind to him.
I can't stop thinking about that movie. A rap at the door, my young son Gabriel. Oh gosh, I'm not going there.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Okay, so you all get your belongings. You meet back at that main area where you arrived to the resort at. You easily find Teledor and Vereen and Hector's mother. And yeah,
Forgot
yeah.
about her.
yeah, and Nat and Belden and everybody who was here. And with just a moment, this transportation circle is completed. Vereen simply goes, Yeah, no, she doesn't. She doesn't Doctor Strange it, Cam.
She doesn't do something copywritten.
No.
He has to draw it out, Cam.
Yeah.
She's doing like a long math equation. V is
Yeah,
under
yeah.
a
It's
long-
literally like chalk on the ground kind of thing.
V is under a very long
carry the
black
two,
veil,
carry the two.
just sort of
Yeah.
waiting for the group activity to be over with.
You see, V as Corrales kind of has like this this shadow aura that's over him blocking the sun, and he kind of adds on like a little bit to put on over top of you. Like
V was more so just hiding her face. She gives him a little, goddamn, Corrales, you poor son of a bitch.
and it is worth noting, by the way, that you do not see Shroud at all. It is now, it's just him.
Oh,
Shroud isn't like walking around him like an you know, an animated
dog
shadow.
out doing
Right,
shit,
Yeah. So, basically, from what you guys have seen, Shroud kind of comes and goes as he pleases, kind of thing, and he just kind of pops up. I guess if you want a something to equate it to, it's kind of like the Wraith in Shadows of Mordor. He kind of just pops up and goes away like that.
He's a
Man,
stand,
I thought that was
essentially.
a pickle
Yeah,
jar for an
yeah.
instant.
And yes, that is a JoJo reference.
We don't.
Cam,
Cam, I thought you were
here.
drinking out of a pickle jar for a hot second. I was like, honey, are you okay?
Nope, just a mason jar.
It looked like a pickle jar.
He's just drinking pickle juice. It is really hot where he's at.
No,
It's
I-
just
a mason jar
Listen,
to ride the lightning.
if you ever see me drinking pickle juice, that is a sign that I am in danger because I hate pickles. That is
If Cam's ever drinking pickle juice, if I ever get bangs,
Yeah.
if it's a cry for help. It's just a cry for help.
Cry for help.
If you
Call
ever
the
see me clean,
authorities.
you ever see
Clean,
me
yeah,
fully
no
clean
beard,
shaven?
no beard, cry
Fully
for
like
help.
fully clean shaven, close cropped hair. I've been kidnapped, and it's
And
a war
this
crime
is the
technically
first
for me to
time.
kill my way out. So I need someone to come get me. Mom, send the van.
I don't know what mine would be.
Eyeliner.
Too
Maybe.
optimistic, but not like the funny kind of optimistic, like just kind of like genuine. It is quite a lovely day. The sun is shining very brightly, and I love flowers. Help me.
Oh gosh.
Boy, I sure do just love taking a crisp walk around the block.
That's
Just too wholesome.
That's just me being snarky. What? That's not a cry for help.
I'm on day 9 of my juice cleanse.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
He's gone
Where is
gluten
it?
free.
Where is Indiana?
Yeah. Hey guys, I've been vegan for the past 2 months.
What have you done with Tim?
He's dead. He's dead. He's dead.
Oh man.
Where are you?
We all cope in different ways. Anyway. Anyway. In just a few moments, the transportation circle is completed. V, give me a perception check real quick.
18.
18. Since you've had a few moments here while the transportation circle is being completed, your eyes kind of wander because you're all just kind of standing there like waiting at a bus stop, basically, and you're all just kind of like, okay, anytime now.
She's trying so hard to avoid eye contact. Well, she's like hidden in the veil, but still not trying to look at people.
Right. And your eyes cast down to a puddle on the ground not too far away from you, and you see the amber-skinned tiefling form of Mina staring back at you out of the puddle.
The sort of does that, like, not even like an intake of breath, but just where you, when you like it's gonna sound so stupid, when you see a really big spider on the wall next to you and you just
Mhm.
like freeze response,
Yeah.
and then she just sort of like looks away and looks back.
Still there.
She's gonna kind of wring her hands and like try really hard to get her breathing under control. And then she's squeezing her hands really tight and realizes that she's started cutting into her palms and there's like blood running down her arm. And she just kind of like tries to wipe it away on like the black of her dress.
Would any of us pick that up?
She sort
I
of,
was about to
well,
ask.
then she sidekicks the puddle and like splashes the water out of the puddle, so it's not a puddle anymore.
Basil, I'll let, since, all three of you, if you want, go ahead and roll me a perception check. V, with your 18, you don't even know if you meant to, but your eyes come up from that puddle after kicking it, and immediately you catch Hector. And you notice that he's not looking at you. He was staring down at the puddle and then looked at you and then looks away.
I got a 27, by the way.
Can I insight him?
16.
Yeah, roll insight. Yeah, Torin, you didn't notice.
31.
Yeah, Basilisk and Draco, you do notice V violently kick a puddle.
23.
You alright, V?
Hang on, Draco. We'll get to you. You, with that, for insight, he was staring at that puddle. So it's quite possible that maybe he saw something in it too. Draco.
Yeah, I was just noticing V violently kicked the puddle. You alright there, V?
Not now. Just not now.
Alright.
Cutting through the tension almost because he's completely just oblivious to all of it. I would say, besides the groom getting murdered, this was a delightful vacation. And at that, Vereen goes, completed. Hold on to something. And all
someone.
You don't even get that far, and the
Hold on
teleportation.
to what?
V grabs Corrales.
Angry cow noise.
No.
Oh. And in just a moment, you all have returned back to Sandbar. You are now standing in the middle of Whalebone, which was the southernmost island, or you know how Sandbar itself was actually kind of very small, like mini islands that were connected via these huge, like planked bridges that connected all of them. You are now standing in Whalebone, which is the southernmost island that makes up Sandbar. This was the main shipyard and the port and where all the rigging, outfitting, and fishing gear, and where all the main shipyard was.
V is going to ask Vereen when this meeting is going to be held.
I believe we have a few days left.
We're doing it. That's right. We're waiting for everybody else to show up. Okay.
And she does, but kind of follows up on it. She goes, there are a few people that we want to make sure we give them time to arrive. This meeting is going to be all hands, so to speak, and any and all favors that we can ask or call in for. And well, this is a large endeavor, and
my lady, I wonder if maybe if you had some time for me, maybe you and I could speak on a matter
Certainly.
I'll come find you.
I will not be hard to find. You can find me in the Rummer's Rest.
All right then. Well, she's gonna lower her voice really quiet. The body of Philomena.
Oh, it's being handled. I am in fact returning to the resort a few more times today. That will be one of the trips.
Not to be too morbid, but where will we be keeping her in the meantime?
Believe it a short-term holding area. I believe I was told that it's where your bodies were laid to rest temporarily. It
right.
I forgot.
Kind of you should just to say like it kind of functions like a if you want to call it a freezer for a lack of better terms.
She gives like a
supply of wood and supplies to do that, and to have like a bar raised up 10-15 feet, or a hotel that you take stairs up to and it's raised 10 to 15 feet.
Okay.
And the specifics I'm sorry for the blood feud was it is an official one-on-one duel to the death. The outcome is final. There is no place for revenge or personal vendettas by friends or family of the affected parties after, or else you will be dealt with. In other words, if a blood feud is called, the outcome is adhered to, and the matter is concluded. That is to prevent organized crime or families going to war with each other and destroying Sandbar from within with their own
Romeo and Juliet moments at that
there
point.
you got
Mercutio died.
Yep.
Fuck him.
That's it. It's the end of it.
For a bunch of old retired pirates, they have quite the book of laws.
They were the first democracy.
The fifth law is that you keep what you earn.
So it's the first law and the fifth law.
Correct. And
Okay.
the final law is simply violation of any of those statutes will be brought to the governor for review and judgment.
Oh, and we've already had one of those, so I wouldn't go pushing our luck if you plan on breaking any of them.
It was one time.
Mm-hmm.
And you almost got us arrested,
Almost.
like permanently.
You all have been here before, yes?
Everyone except
I
Draco,
wasn't.
yes.
With the group, but yes, I was here.
Would it be possible to leverage a blood feud in order to have arrange a meeting with the governor?
No.
No.
Maybe. I wouldn't recommend it. We've already.
Do not the laws stipulate that any violation of the statutes are brought to the governor for adjudication?
Yeah, but if you're brought to the governor, you don't really get to debate your side of the story.
We should talk about this when we're not on a busy street in a pirate port. We shouldn't talk about openly defacing the governor's laws until we're behind secure walls, friends.
Why are you worried about food?
Basilisk, I want to like you. Can we get our hotels and then get somewhere safe?
Sounds like a plan. How much further till we get to the hotel?
Can't imagine we're far.
Doesn't take long. It's so amazing to go through these like year and a half old notes and just to see like
Yeah, I remember
random stuff
Oh
written
yeah,
off
crap!
to the
I was
side.
supposed to use this.
Especially when it's like dialogue options and stuff that maybe did or maybe didn't happen, and it's like, oh yeah, I did prepare for that, huh? And you just
What am I supposed to do? Oh wait, I prepped for this. Oh my god, I prepped for this. When did this happen?
It only took 2 years, but we did it.
Oh my gosh. If you guys need a reminder, I can later post the laws of Sandbar. And now.
I think I know what he meant. I think we're a few steps ahead. Let's just get ourselves somewhere safe.
Okay. And where are you guys headed? You're going to the King's Sheets, I assume?
Yeah, pretty much. Just get rooms locked down, and then we'll go to the Bloody Mary's back room.
Not hard. We can forego the basic RPing of you getting your hotels and everything. Simply mark off. There are rooms. Simply mark off. How long do you guys want to stay here? Is it going to be what, 3 or 4 days?
About a week. I mean, we got the meeting, so yes, call it a week.
About a week. Okay. For the lot of you, just do like 25 gold and just mark that off.
Draco will pay for everyone's rooms as a, sign of good faith.
My guy.
All right.
So,
just mark that off.
Pretty sweet.
Shut up.
Cool.
Everyone's except for Torin's room. Torin can pay for his own fucking room.
Because basically, if you're looking for this, the King Sheets, you're not like in a Motel 74. Like, it's not the cheapest thing in the world, but it's not like high end either. You're right in that middle.
Cusp between motel and hotel.
Yes.
To our understanding, it is kind of the nicer side of town, though. The less seedy side of town is what it was explained to us as, being in this area. It's like, we're at a seedy pirate haven, but it was like the safer place.
That's exactly the safer place.
Safer.
Yeah.
And now V is going to inform the two of them that we are going to the not safe side of town. I don't think anyone's going to step to us with the Minotaur, but watch your pockets. Don't look anyone straight in the eye, unless you're the Minotaur, because I feel like that'll keep people from looking us straight in the eye. Well, let's
Remember,
go to
children, if you have to worry about the right and the wrong side of the tracks, it's because you don't know that there are no tracks in Beverly Hills.
You are the tracks.
So as Draco hands off the gold, he looks at everybody. Yeah, I woke up with a big sack of stuff, coins. So it's on me. And then I make sure
to save that.
I make sure I put it inside of my cloak.
Right. Yeah, keep an eye on that.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure, did we make Corrallos the bank again? Or did we put the bank in the bag of holding with Torin? Because if that's the case, V is going to make extra sure that V is deliberately trying to make sure that our party doesn't get robbed on our way to the Bloody Mary.
I mean, you can give it to Basilisk, because if anything, the only energy he exudes is rob me. I dare you.
I'm just going to say, is this group
already scared the crap out of a professional bodyguard today? That's all I'm going to say.
I'm not the problem. Don't make me be the problem.
V is deliberately yeah.
Oh, right.
As we go to our rooms, can I do a quick something?
Yeah. What do you want to do?
I got the ability where is it? Wild Companion. If I use one of my wild shapes, I can cast Find Familiar without any of the components. So, So I want to, and it's a fey creature. So I want to have an owl to scout above us and keep aerial view while we're at Taven's and making sure no one's like following us and whatnot.
He's pulling a kit. But you do realize that makes you deaf and blind, right?
No, we have
only when he looks.
Only when he looks.
we have a telepathic link, so it can warn us if something happens. So I mean, I want an owl, or
is it Archimedes?
Gotta...
Tell me it's Archimedes.
It is. So I want an owl, but if you want to do a different flying creature, I just want something to give us a...
Sorry. I'm sorry. If anybody who watches this, most of the party knows this, that I have an obsession with owls. That I love owls. So that's a thing for me, that I love owls.
This is a fun thing for me now.
Fun fact. On my other campaign, my character had an owl familiar, and his name was Nyx.
Okay, I am specifically sending this to the party chat, and I will explain it on the stream. This is your new familiar. It is a Fey version of a tropical screech owl. And you guys can go to the Google Wikipedia.
Oh my, he knows the type.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm sad. Anyway, yeah.
So yeah, is there a window in the room? If not, it can.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to,
You're at beachside property. There's windows. Yeah.
So yeah, I just let it know to keep an eye out for us, and warn me if there's any trouble or something funny is happening.
It just screeches an affirmation and flies out the window.
And I have that for 5 hours. I don't know how long this meeting is going to take, but
sure,
it's not going to take us long to get there. It's not far of a.
Well, and the meeting's not today, so.
Yeah.
No, with Taven. I thought we was going to talk to Taven at the Bloody Mary or something.
Oh yeah. I thought you were talking about.
No. The meeting with Taven. He's going to keep an eye out on us while we're in there taking care of that business. Yeah.
Got it.
I was gonna say we're going to say hi to him, use his back room, and then we're gonna talk amongst ourselves pretty much. And then that's the plan. Yeah. Okay. We're going to have like a party meeting. His back room is the most secure place in Sandbar as far as we're concerned.
This is just us to keep watch so no one decides to surround us or any other shenanigans someone might throw at us.
As we're on our way, Via is going to sidle up to Torin and just sort of keep her voice hushed and just be like, so, I know, gosh, I'm trying not to sound rude. I'm assuming you and Taven have some sort of a rapport for obvious reasons.
A little bit, yeah.
You can't just talk to him.
Just yells, we don't all know each other.
Who starts a conversation like that? I'm sorry.
Oh, someone who wants to know if he's also a spy.
Yes, me and Taven know one another. He is friends with an old mentor of mine.
Hizma?
Older.
Oh. Well, I'm the oddball here because I sort of, maybe let's hold off on talking to Taven about certain topics until we've talked to the party. We'll just go say hi to the friend.
It's fine.
Sounds good. That's all I have to say. Don't walk in and go, hi, we're your spies. Boy, do we have a proposition for you.
Just kicks in the door. You'll never believe what the fuck happened.
I heard someone's in need of spies. What's up?
Hey, funny you mentioned that. I have a question, and this is a rules ass fucking question.
What from you? Whoa, Craig, come on, huh?
For the sake of the spell locate creature, Would the description of demonstrable threat to the governor be a valid description?
I want to understand what you're asking me. All right, first we're going to look at locate creature, and then I'm going to see what you're trying to pull off.
Can you at least wait until we are in a secure group? I appreciate it, but we're trying to get somewhere where we can do this shit.
No.
Okay, so one, I need to know. There's mechanical things I need to know because this is very gray area.
Okay.
Two, I'm not doing anything with it yet, but I just need to know because otherwise this buys me time to figure out another course of action. And three, nobody has told Basilisk a fucking thing ever. I know two of your names. I don't know what part of I don't know you, and all you do is fight me at every turn. You don't get. Like, at this, like...
I don't know what you don't get about... Never mind.
Basilisk showed up. You witnessed everything that he went through.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
Basilisk has to... I'll be running on Plan C right now. So I need to... So I need to know this for him.
He's not on Plan E, F, G, Y.
I don't want to get to the weird letters.
He's on Roman numerals right now.
The Roman numerals. The sub-Roman numerals, where the Roman numerals are lowercase.
I'm on Plan Primus.
Once you start naming it by the Greek lettering, that's when you know it's bad.
I'm on key Kappa Phi.
Okay. Now, using locate creature, what are you trying to do as it pertains to the governor?
The question. So mechanically, the spell is the way the spell works is I can name a creature by name.
Yes.
Or the type of creature.
Correct.
However, I can also offer a description. So, for example, in the spell description itself, I can locate a specific creature or the nearest creature of a specific kind.
Yes.
So, in general, that's normally dragon, Kieran, Fae, undead, spellcaster, something like that. But because of that, it begs, like, where does that end? Because my question is, like, I'm currently trying to figure out, basically at this point, I'm trying to figure out, again, being the diplomat, if there is a person in charge of this place, I need to be able to meet with them and talk with them. And one of the easiest and most efficient ways to share a table with somebody is to kill a threat that was in their yard and bring them the body. So I'm curious as to to what degree name or describe a creature is.
Well, specifically, I think we have to go with the rest of the wording on that, and that creature, regardless of its nature, has to be familiar to you.
Okay. Which then leads us to the question is, if there's somebody that we've
also there, you see, and I don't know how much I agree on that, because there is a separate spell. Okay. All right.
If there's another spell that does a similar thing to what I'm trying
that's what I was looking at, and it's not.
Okay. I was going to say, because then we just scrap that, because...
Yeah. Okay.
Then you know what? Instead of having to push it that far, it has to be a creature we met. Would you qualify being at the wedding and being on the island with everybody and meeting all of the important people? That's a creature I have met. Whether or not I'm aware of that particular facet, it still is valid, correct? So if one of them was, let's say, an archfey, and I look for an archfey, well, I have met an archfey, and that qualifies, correct?
I'm going to say in that sense, no. I'm going to say that the creature has to be specifically known to you. I can't
Okay,
just say
okay.
that,
So I have
like,
to
in
know
the
that
sake
they're an
of,
archfey.
right.
Got it. Okay.
In the
cool,
sake
cool.
of, I'm trying to think of, like, let's say in Mina's case, if Mina was still alive, unless you knew she was a succubus, locate creature for a succubus wouldn't work for her.
Because she was in a form that was shape changed from succubus.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. That's okay. Cool. Then we're good.
That's how I'm going to rule it for the moment.
No, that's I fully agree.
Yeah.
I needed to ask for reasons that might be apparent.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Padlos is working on plan sub I.
All right.
Quick shift to plan theta.
We'll say moving forward, you did get your hotels. Draco paid for everybody. I'm going to say that for the sake of just keeping all ducks in a row, I'm just going to say that Taruk and Corrales are shadowing you guys for everywhere that you go, and they'll just be there. I'll RP them in from time to time, but I just want their characters know what's going on.
Mhm.
They're just silent. They are silent partners for the moment. And
What? But Kraulos is so talkative all the time.
It took
That's
2 years
right?
of this campaign to make Taruk silent.
ugh.
And
Anyway.
all we had to do was shift the time and day.
Okay, and you guys said that you wanted to go to the Bloody Mary?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Once again, for the benefit of Basilisk and Draco, you make your way to Bilgeway, and you note that the farther you guys walk into this part of the city, the shadier it looks. There are very little of the decor that you found in Rummer's Rest and walking through Trade Winds, which was basically the merchant quarter of the city. This particular area is called Bilgeway. It is much darker, seedier, not as kept, and you guys gather that's kind of part of its charm.
Sure.
It's kind of done that way on purpose. This is where a lot of your seedier, darker underbelly of the city thrives.
I'm
And-
just going to telepathically communicate to and I got a better name. Andromeda is the owl's name now.
That's cute.
Yes.
That's cute.
I just like keep an eye out for danger, Andromeda.
Got it. I might from time to time ask for perception checks for Andromeda. So if you have the stats for an owl,
That I do.
very well. Yes, but Basilisk, Draco, you both note similar construction, but definitely this is where a lot of your if there was feigned law and order and decorum in the other quarters, nothing's feigned here. You pretty much see with your own eyes the anything goes of this city, and that there is a delicate balance to the law and order, and you do witness just in passing an obvious blood feud that breaks out in the streets. Apparently was over the price of certain goods that were procured and then sold, apparently stolen from a warehouse and then tried to sell it back to them. Yeah, and
That's baller.
yeah.
It's like not our problem, not our problem. We're not part of that trouble. Keep walking.
And as she's saying this, you see as this gnome pirate stabs his short sword up through the bottom jaw of this half elf that was clad in like sashes and robe sashes, and you see as the blade comes up and you see the shining of the blade shining through the mouth, and the blade comes out
You just take us to the nicest places. Each
I
place
would,
is better than the last.
I would
And
keep
you
your
and you
coin purses close.
and you see as the matter is basically concluded, and the the first mate of the half elf that just dropped dead bows to it and says that the goods will be returned to the warehouse at no charge, and basically you got caught with your hand in the cookie jar. Oh well, that happens.
Not our problem.
And
Not our problem. Keep walking.
you just, for the sake of this,
I could have revivified that guy and used that to get in. Damn it! Oh well,
Why?
Basilisk doesn't notice.
Just keep walking, Basilisk.
and you basically, this is the first physical evidence that you see of the blood feud and how order is maintained in the city. You do note
that was a
Basilisk. Oh, sorry, Draco. Go ahead, buddy.
No, I was just saying that was a sight.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we are. Keep your eyes forward.
Like you guys are just.
The only thing I was gonna say is that you do, both of you with your passive perceptions, note that from time to time you will see a random pirate-looking figure clad in like emerald and gold clothing of some sort, whether it be a head sash or headband, a full-blown like frock coat. This emerald and gold color scheme pops up in random pirates from time to time, almost like gang colors, but everybody gives those particular people a berth. And Corrales kind of nudges you, Draco, and speaks loud enough for both of you to hear. Those are the personal guard that represent the governor. I'd call them town guard, but that's a little too generous.
So stay away from them. Got it.
You'd note that one of them observed the entire incident that you just saw and just watched and did nothing. Apparently everything was done well within the laws of Sandbar.
Are there any like street urchins, any like orphan, like the lookout kids running around?
Yes, obviously, yes.
Do you
All
see
right. Basilisk is going to like look around at them like anytime he sees one, and like try to like nudge him, basically like, you know, mirror.
Yeah.
Just
I'll make that a charisma roll, just a straight charisma.
That's gross. Okay.
Yeah.
Straight charisma roll.
What do you do?
That is a 12. Holy shit. It's better than I thought it was going to be.
Okay, you catch as some street urchins kind of run past you guys, and you note like Torin, Taruk, they all immediately grab their coin purses and kind of like shift, so it's like, oh no,
Not we've fallen for this before.
But you catch the eye of one in the back, which is this little tiefling boy that kind of stops and he kind of looks at you and goes, "What?"
I'm going to lean down. He's a little tiefling, right?
Yeah,
he's down.
Kind of like he's like a violet, kind of like a very light
like a lavender tiefling?
Lavender skinned tiefling boy. Little teeny horns that kind of pop up and sway backwards.
Basilisk is going to fully, I'm much bigger than you, like lean down.
Yeah.
And go, I like your horns.
I like your horns.
You live around here, yes?
I live in Sandbar, yes.
And you are familiar with the men and people in Emerald and Gold, yes?
Maybe.
How much would it cost for you to maybe forget that you saw us.
And you see as he kind of looks back at his friends and kind of like a how many of you are there? There's 4, 5, 6, including 6.
6.
He looks at 6 gold.
How much would it cost for you to find one of the men or people in Emerald and Gold that you can tell that you saw us?
Nobody gets the attention of the governor's guards on purpose.
Good.
Double it.
So it's going to be, so he asked for 6 gold, right?
Yeah, he just said double it to 12.
V's catching on to Vasil's, and at least she kind of leans down and goes, how about 6 gold? And she pulls out a little vial and kind of flicks it around her fingers and hands it to him and goes, that'll make you sick, don't touch it. But if you get yourself in trouble, could get you out of it.
Roll, you can each roll a persuasion, or one of you can roll it at advantage, however you
I will
give
her the help action so she has advantage. Because I am a large murder cow, and she is a pretty lady talking to the tiefling boy.
Yeah.
Okie dokie, that's going to be a plus. Jesus fucking Christ. 26.
Yeah. And you see as he kind of like he kind of looks at you and is definitely like the eye keeps going down to the vial, and because he's definitely a bit of a greedy look and this boy can't be older than like 7 or 8, but like this greedy look in his eye as he looks like he's trying to maintain eye contact with you but keeps darting down to the vial. And then you notice as once again he glances back to Basilisk and he's trying to take all of it in.
Also, I'm pretty good at things like this, so maybe if we need you in the future, there's more involved. Again, be careful.
All right.
But
How many kids was he running with? Sorry, I apologize. Go ahead.
no, she was just making sure he knows, hey, this is poison.
Mm-hmm.
You see him and 2 others.
Him and 2 others?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll give him the 6 gold that he asked for.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll give him 2 gold each. So it'll end up being 12 gold. And I'll say, this is for your job, and the 6 gold that he asked for.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll say, and this is because you never saw us unless we happen to see you again. And it's 2 gold for each of the kids.
He kind of looks at you and he's kind of doing the math, and so how much is that?
It's 2 for each of you. And I'm going to lean in and I'll go, well, it's 6 for what I asked you for, and then 6 for you. Now you can either keep that 6, or you can share it with your friends, and your friends will like you more, and your friends will trust you more, because you can always make sure that there's enough coin between the lot of you to make sure everyone eats.
And maybe you can make sure that the little ones just like you maybe don't corner us as good pickpocket fodder. Keep us a little safe, we'll keep you a little safe.
Deal.
There you go. Watches, keeps his hand in her coin purse, shakes his little hand.
Oh yeah.
Fully just grabs his little hand.
Yes. Yeah, it's like
He shakes his little hand and she gives him a little peck on the head.
And the file?
Kind of like really kind of goes, as she's shaking his hand, she slipped it into his hand. Be smart with that. It could kill you.
This is Sandbar. Anything could kill you.
This is true.
And he runs off.
Smart kid.
V gets really sad. She's like little street tiefling. She's like, oh. Looks at Basilisk a little sharply. A little sharply, and she's like, "Are we done here? Let's go."
Oh no! I gotta write a note down now.
Oh no.
Continue.
You look at Basilisk. Basilisk will simply reply, "They're too small to feed themselves. They're thin. They're hungry." And then he just nothing else. Just continues
She
walking.
grabs your wrist before you go. And I know it's large, and she's not a force to be reckoned with. But just
kind of snores and looks at you.
The act of it is just sort of getting your attention, and just goes, "Believe me."
I don't think I will.
Sorry.
Fair. But you can believe me when I say, I know what boys like that turn into. And if I can help, I will. So, it might have been for your own gain, but I at least appreciate you noticing them. And she just kind of walks past you to go back to the Bloody Mary.
Basilisk makes a mental note to tell V something at a later point in time.
Okay.
She wasn't being rude, by the way. It wasn't supposed to come off as rude. She just sort of said it.
Okay.
Cool. We just armed children with ill-gotten gold.
You just gave poison to it.
You just gave a child poison.
It's sandbar, okay? It's a sandbar child.
I was
Trust
fully just
me.
going to give them coin, and you're like, "Here's a murder weapon." I'm like, okay.
Yeah. These kids can't take care of themselves. Do you think I'm gonna let this child just walk off with gold and nothing to
V
defend
just
himself
created
with?
the next BBEG.
What do you
Using
guys-
poison to defend yourself is not how anything works.
V's been using poison to defend herself for 20 years.
We'll
You're
see.
a assassin. You're
We'll
a
see.
I'm
murderer.
also smart.
Defense is a strong
You're a
word.
serial killer. No, that's not self-defense.
I'm not a serial killer. I'm a killer for hire. There's a fucking difference.
You're a multiple murderer.
She's that. You both have fair points.
Neither of you are wrong. Neither of you are right.
Honest cow noise.
Honest hooker noise.
Confused dragon
That-
noise.
Owl scream.
Yeah, my Andromeda didn't give me any alerts or anything yet, right?
Give me a perception check through Andromeda.
That's a 15.
15. Nothing out of the ordinary that you can see.
Cool.
You all see is Draco's consciousness leaves him for a moment as he puts like a hand on Taruf's shoulder just to steady himself for a minute, and you see as he gets this far off look in his eyes just for a moment, and Draco kind of comes back.
We're good. We're good so far.
Okay.
One time I wasn't going to say anything. The second time,
I'm sorry. I can't help
let it
it.
go.
I'm sorry.
I can't let it go.
Oh boy.
Anyway, we're going to.
Have we reached the Bloody Mary
I was
yet?
about to say, have we made it to the tavern yet?
Yeah.
And not to make this any longer, but
Yeah.
I
At
just
that, Torin, give me a dexterity save.
Oh,
Oh God. Okay.
walking into the building?
Nope.
Oh,
On
okay, got
on
it.
the street.
16.
16. You barely sidestep as from a window above you, as this human woman just dumps a bucket out the window onto the street, and you luckily at the last second go, "Oh no," and stop as a foul stench of debris hits the street in front of you.
I think
just
it's
goes-
poop water. It's poopy
He
water.
just goes, ugh, and she holds her ring, like she has this lotus flower looking ring, and it opens up and emits like the scent of rich tobacco, vanilla, and musk.
It's
Oh,
gross. I need to
gross.
do a key bump of poison.
Uh,
That is disgusting.
It's that point in Spaceballs where he pulls out the canned air.
Canned air.
Okay.
Yeah, she goes back. She's like, and just kind of like holds it there, and you guys all kind of get it in the 5-foot square. There's like that radiant smell of sweetness and musk.
That smells nice. This city doesn't smell nice. Why does it smell nice?
Torn looks
Calm
up
down,
at the
dear.
lady. He doesn't say anything. He's just.
No. She's not there. She literally dumped the chamber pot and
Yeah, he
dipped.
does it to the
Like-
to the window.
Oh,
I'm
no, he's
walking
still in the
here.
window.
Walk in here.
It's
What's
fully
walk is
Paris.
his?
It's fully Paris. It's just look out for the
V just
water.
links
Yeah.
her arm with Torin.
Yeah, no.
She links her arm with Torin and holds the ring out and goes, "Let's just go."
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no one there. You're sitting there like, and there's no one at the
like
window.
When the person
It's
who
like,
cuts you off in traffic is already gone. You're still mad that they cut you off.
oh yeah.
It could have been worse. You could have got hit.
At that, enough of the city ambiance for one night. You guys make your way to the Bloody Mary. Pretty much exactly as you saw it. Huge double doors at the front. Obviously, Draco, Basilisk. The running theme remains true here. It's almost like the front end of the vessel, though, is where the opening doors is, and right above the front door is where the figurehead it would usually set. And in this case, it is in mythology, it's called a Gorgon, but for context, it is a Medusa-like creature that was carved as the figurehead of this ship, whatever it once was.
Tim,
Yes.
when we have come here before, it was vaguely described that there was like a business other than the bar. Am I remembering that wrong? There was like rooms above the bar? Like, is this just a tavern, or is it like, I remember there being a vague description of like a business, and I'm
Is
wondering.
it a shitty brothel?
You don't
Yeah.
know. You've never
Yeah, I was
asked.
wondering if I could try to figure it out, like as we walk up to it.
You've never asked.
Yeah, then I'm asking.
Okay. As you walk in, you note there's this huge like serving area, and basically the whole layout of the room leads to this huge bar in the back. This is for Basilisk and Draco's benefit. The other both of you the other two have already been here before. But you see that at the bar, you see a dragonborn, red and blue scaled dragonborn, which is not that common of a thing. Dragonborn in Thrandia and Basilisk and Draco, doesn't take a roll for this. You know the Dragonborn aren't all that common in Thrandia because the Thrandian kingdom is at odds and in high tension with the Draconic Empire. But you see this red and blue scale Dragonborn running this bar in the Pirate Haven, basically telling you that, well, Thrandia's influence only goes so far.
Walk get in. Walk up to the bar.
You see in Taven doing the NPC tavern keeper deal of cleaning a glass.
Hey,
Just kind of
boss.
looks. Hi,
Taven,
good
long-
to see you all.
Long time no see.
Yeah.
First time seeing you.
Oh,
We
hi
are
there.
friends.
My name's
Hello.
Taven. And he just
Oh.
sticks out a hand, Draco.
Yeah, The name's Draco, and I shake his hand.
Draco. Good name. Hi there, big fella. Taven.
Basilisk just nods, takes his hand. Hello, cousin. Nice to meet you. You can
Pleasure.
Call me Basilisk.
Basilisk. Not basilisk. Basilisk.
No, I fear my gaze is not quite so potent, but my ability to look behind me is moderately better.
I'm gonna have to take that at face value for now. You just gotta.
Sorry, go ahead if you're gonna say something.
No, he was just gonna start pouring drinks.
Yeah,
What do
no,
you
V was like reaching behind the bar to grab a couple bottles and just kind of pulls them out to the front, just like, is the back room open?
Yeah. Head on back if you need it.
Appreciate you.
Same rules as before. I'll let you know if
Drag-
somebody gets too nosy.
You're a star.
Torn.
She kind of reaches
Torn
behind the
will,
bar, pulls out like 4 bottles, takes them to the back with us.
Torn will drop a few gold on the counter for him. Thanks, Taven. Appreciate it.
He fingers each coin and just very subtly. And Basilisk and Draco's gone for the moment. Basilisk, he looks at the two of you and kind of motions for you two to follow them. Kind of like, it's okay, you can go behind the bar. You're with them.
Basilisk will just nod. Yeah, that'll be it for now. He'll just nod and he'll smile very, very subtly, just smile, and then follow behind.
Hey, Gilda, take over for a minute, will you? I got friends in the back.
When we get to the back into the room, V kind of pulls her veil down, throws it on the table, and she takes off a like necklace, like a pendant that probably no one's noticed she wears all the time. And she just kind of sets it on the table with the veil.
No one alive.
And pours her, no one alive. Kind of like she pulls it off and just kind of like sets it with the veil and then pours herself a stiff drink and posts up at one of the tables.
You see as Corrallos just kind of finds not even a chair. He finds a wall and just kind of leans back against it and just slides down and kind of is crouching, leaning back against the wall.
Wallflower.
Basilisk is going to look around the room. The only way in and out is the door, right?
Yes, which you notice that in this like back room, it is definitely meant for privacy. It appears to be an area that is set up to look like food is prepared here, although you do notice with your passive perception that there's not it's a lot for show. There's not a whole lot functional back here. And you note as the red and blue scaled dragonborn kind of the last person comes, locks the door, hits the latch and locks it. And he kind of turns and greets you all. There, we have a little privacy.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, Taven.
And he immediately kind of looks at all of you and goes, you guys need a minute? I can just be back in a few minutes.
Yes,
Has any
we
word
really
gotten
appreciate
sent
that.
forward?
We'll start with V. What did you said? Has any word been what?
Any word of what happened been sent forward to him? She's asking.
Concerning the wedding?
Yeah, she's
What
like,
are
has
you
any-
asking about specifically?
if he's heard anything about what happened on the island. If any word's gotten back to him yet.
Okay. And Torin, what were you asking?
Torn was just gonna say no. We needed a minute. So like as soon as
Yeah, if he doesn't know anything, we definitely need a minute.
He kind of looks at you all and goes, I've got news, but not about that. You guys need a minute. I can go grab food. Be back. He goes, unlocks it. He goes, lock it behind me. Closes.
Torn will lock it as soon as he steps out. It's nice not to be in front of fucking everyone for once.
All right, well, I don't really know where we're supposed to start here. Taven is part of a network, kind of filling them in.
Mm-hmm.
Taven's part of a network of links to the Draconic Empire that we could potentially use. We're going in for that meeting in a few days, right? And they're going to want us to go gather up allies. In my mind, while we're here, the ones we need to knock out is floating to the Draconic Empire the idea of backing a free state and talking to the governor.
Wait, I know that was important. Back up. Is he a spy?
No, I am. He's a Dragonborn that works on Sandbar. And if we're just floating everything out because we need to be honest or whatever to get the ball moving on this, we could use him.
Oh, I thought he was a spy. That would have been cool.
Well, technically he employs spies. He's not of Thurandia, so we would be the spies for him.
He's a spy
Case in
master.
point, spy master.
Oh, okay. Carry on.
Case in point, she kind of looks at Torin. I sort of offered my services to him before we left as a spy for the Draconic Empire.
I did too. And the only person in this room who I had told is Kralos.
Well, I thought the whole point moving forward was that we're kind of all we have, so it felt worth saying.
Which is why I just told the whole room I only shared the secret with Kralos. Didn't even tell Hector and Nat, so...
Wait a minute, you shared this secret with the boy? The 17-year-old boy?
Of course I did. He's the only one I can talk to about things that won't get back to everyone the fuck else.
You know, Hector... Well, I don't know if he... Anyway, a lot of people tell me things.
Uh-huh, I bet they do, Torin. You're telling me that your go-to...
Is
She's,
the
like,
quiet
really
one?
mad.
Yes. Yes, he is.
I was
Is the
Corellos in that
quiet-
moment.
Is the...
Listen, as much shit
All
as
right.
he's been through, we can't call him a child anymore.
Table that.
Also, because we haven't really had any kind of discussion between all of us, Draco, Basilisk, do y'all have any questions for the group itself, since we haven't really had much time to talk or meet outside of, a couple names at a dinner that went horribly awry?
I mean, I kind of get it. You guys are a bunch of thrown together friends that get into very complicated and highly dangerous situations that at the time are over your heads. But you're able to pull through some kind of way, so...
Basilisk, you seem to have an agenda, and I hate to break it to you, but we might be your best bet. So if you have anything worth asking, now's the time.
Or adding. We would love to hear why you are here.
I mean, like I said before, I mean, I don't have too many people that I know outside of you all, and the time that we did spend together, everyone proved to be practical. So
I did save your wife's life. That was we did help you save your wife.
Yeah.
that's what I said, practical.
Mm.
Actually, what did I do to you? I feel like there's some tension between us, and I don't understand where we got off wrong.
We didn't. I'm not a pleasant person when I'm not lying. And I'm working on it. And I'm sorry about that.
I mean, that makes it better. The fact that I didn't wrong you or slight you.
No,
that's
gosh,
fine.
is that what you're thinking? No, I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm not.
She's not people-y.
I haven't worked out how to be honest and not bitchy.
Manipulative.
But yeah. So I mean,
I'm
like, go ahead. V.
I'm just scared. All right. I'm just scared a lot, and this has been what what. Let's
I
just.
don't know
This has been a very
everything that you've
complicated
been
time.
through, but the stuff that I've seen since we got back together, I can understand. It's been one thing after the other, and I'm sure you all have been dealing with that longer than. So I understand that, but at the end
We
of the
just
day,
we
I
just stumbled our way into creating a country. We went from stopping a cult, saving our own asses, to creating a country. And believe me, if it can be for the betterment of your people and our group, I'm all here for it. And I will do whatever I can with the resources I have and the skills I have to make it happen. It's just going to take some adjusting too. So I'm sorry if I've made you feel like you did something. I just don't know you, and I don't particularly do well with this, and I'm trying. But believe me when I say we have a job to do, and we're gonna do it.
and you have my help. Like Sapphire said, everything that's going on, we need to be together. So that's
Basilisk, are you included in this togetherness?
That remains entirely to be seen based on the efficiency and utility you provide. I'm here
It sounds
to.
like you need to back a horse, and I know Thurandian politics, but I know Brian politics, and I can tell you that if you're interested in this new country, new state, unfortunately, we're sort of the best horse.
Ultimately, my responsibility is to people who aren't here and who don't know what's going on, but will be victims of it if should it go wrong. So my priority is to prevent history from repeating itself. That being said, as it stands, it would be a kindness to say that you are a motley crew of individuals.
We've heard that once or twice.
I would assume so. My understanding is we have Torin, a physical type who is very direct and blunt. Draco, my understanding is you're a druid, and druids are hunted in these lands. Is that correct?
very much so.
You are someone who knows things and refuses to cooperate. That's all the
Cooperate
information I have on you.
with you, or cooperate with what exactly?
In general.
You've no.
When has Draco not cooperated?
Not you,
No.
V.
Not,
Oh,
not Draco.
What exactly
Druk,
do you want us to cooperate with?
it isn't a matter of my personal desire for you to cooperate with anything. It's seeing your natural aversion to doing so. If that is who you are and that is how you operate, that is understandable. But it is not something that can be relied upon. And that is the only point that I was making. But it appears we are in some sort of special moment where it's time for honesty and directness. So my job is to protect the lives of my people. And if, as to use your analogy, you are a horse worth backing, then I will do so. But that needs to be a horse whose name I know and whose speed I know on the track. I will not lash a horse to a plow that might not obey, that might not do its job, that might not be reliable. And that
Maybe
seems
tell us
fair.
your goal, and we'll tell
I-
you if it aligns with what we're doing.
Saving the lives of my people from your people's incessant need to commit acts of genocide, violence, and insanity.
Fair. Is that creating a home for them in this potential city-state? Is that...
That is stopping you from installing a tyrant that will kill a bunch of people again.
Well, we can't stop all of Thurandia, but we can create a relative haven, and it seems like that's what we're trying to do. So does that goal align with yours?
Basilisk, I can say, you can take my word at whatever value you have on it, that Hector would not allow things like that to happen, at least under his watch. I can't, like V said, I can't speak for all of Thurandia, but what Hector can control, he would not allow something like that to go down.
And his success record is what?
I mean, where else?
Again, we're back to the...
Talking
back
to
to
his
the
mother,
topic of
it's
the
0 for 0.
You talk to her? She's...
Competent,
I was
responsive,
gonna say his family's
capable.
got a,
Well, then you can take your people to the Feywild if you want to
loaded
back her. But you're here with us, so I have to assume you find some merit in that.
I mean, the Feywild's not that bad of a place.
I'm not saying it is. I'm simply saying that Basilisk has an option. He has choices and options, and I think right now is where we're either doing half sales pitch, half hash out the options. We know what we're going to do next. We're going to back the council because Hector is backing the council, or the council's backing Hector. And to do that, we're going to attempt to make an offer to the Draconic Empire to back a future state that isn't hostile towards them. And we're going to attempt to ask the governor to potentially assist us in taking back what will effectively become our capital, which is the city of Brine that was taken over by the undead that were backed by the cult of the Brotherhood. And we want them dead. So those are our goals. And if they align with yours, then we'd be happy to have you. And if they don't, well, I suppose you have your own agency and your own goals, and you seem really happy to follow them. And I can't fault you for that. But I'm simply laying out the facts of what we plan to do and how we plan to do it. And if you'd like to help, I'm sure we'd be happy to take the offer.
Well, now that I have some understanding of any of your goals and motives,
I'm sorry you've only known us for a day and a half of one of the worst days and a half we've had in the last 6 months. So, now that we have the opportunity to provide you some clarity, I hope it clears a few things up.
Past day and a half has been really crappy, I'm not gonna lie.
ooh, it's been rough. I died. Like that you can't get much of a worse day than that.
You came
Thank you,
back
by
to
the
life
way.
though, so
Thank you again, Draco, for that.
there's plenty of people that died and stayed dead.
Can I ask what fixed me exactly?
I think Hector did. I don't know what
Right.
he did. Just saw bright light and you stopped trying to kill us all.
You didn't see anything. There was
I
a
thought we saw
orb. There was an
the
orb
light.
of darkness
That's right.
that surrounded thee
Yeah.
and Hector in that moment. You didn't see anything.
Well, then you and Hector went inside the darkness and you came back out not trying to kill us.
Right. I suppose I should clear that up, Basilisk. I didn't mean to get snappy. The information you have, I'm sure it's fairly scattered. Do you know? Oh God, he probably doesn't know about the cult.
Okay. For the sake of Joe knows about the cult
Yeah, of course Joe
extensively.
does. That's doesn't. So I suppose we'll tell him about the cult.
About the cult, shall we?
I mean,
Yeah,
technically,
cult.
Draco doesn't know either, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris.
Torin can
At this point, we're just gonna tell him because, like, screw
Yeah.
it. If they go wandering off with the information, there's no like government to be concerned about right now. So like, screw it. If they have information, they shouldn't, and they go off with it. I mean, there's nothing to use it against right now.
Okay.
So screw it. We tell them about the cult.
Okay. The best way to summarize that for you guys, and you already know the basics of it, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. But basically, from the first day that this motley crew got together, they have ran into this cult of the Night Eye, the Brotherhood of the Night Eye, and they tell you about every last blessed adventure that they have had together from that day forward. This takes several hours to go into great detail about the murder at the the murder at the Albright.
Of grandmother Themis, goddess of fate, the future, justice. How can I help?
Day and a half
And we are back.
Moo.
Wild shaped moo.
Moo moo.
Hollywood moo.
Upper moo.
Welcome back to
Moo.
Bachelor with a Vengeance.
Moo moo.
That wonderful
Moo.
quick break was brought to you by
Moo.
Buzz Energy. Available at repsports.com. Use the promo code at checkout. Curbside 8.
I'm sorry, were you trying to sell something? We were mooing.
I'm fully aware. I was just trying to get it all out before I lost.
Did you do turkey pro? Because we need to get this ginger flavor. We need to get that ball
They
rolling.
do need a ginger flavored jerky. Jerky.
They could do Chinese 5-spice. That works
You
really
That would
well with
the
Ooh, a
promo
duck
code.
jerky? A duck jerky with the 5-spice? That would be really good.
All I know is I have 4 stomachs and 2 fists, so like I'm down for whatever.
So please go to our sponsors, jerky.pro.
It's moolicious. I know it doesn't fit, but I'm bigger than you.
I swear
Tim.
we're professional in some type of light. We're
There's some
professional.
kind of professionalism in this, but Tim, take it away.
Please. Don't let us
Okay.
have this anymore. See what we've done with this nice thing you made us. You see what we've done with it already.
Steer the
you-
wheel, damn it!
Well, for on par, I've done about half of what I've wanted to, and that we'll probably get to tonight. But I'm actually halfway pleased with how it's gone so far. So all right.
It seems fair that we can wait for George to be back to do the big important meeting.
Yeah, I would, because I really wanted to get it in tonight, but I think I might try and wait to see if George, and I know Tim's really tough to get him for Saturdays, but I think I'll wait and just set it up. So, you guys have your little team meeting, which was entirely more productive than the last one.
The last one, we just kind of screamed at each other.
Yeah, kind of. This one ended up being entirely more productive in a few moments of Basilisk formally introducing himself and formally stating his intentions and how that will affect the group. You do hear a short 3 knocks at the door as Taven says that he brought food for everybody.
So he just opens up the door. Everybody has a pint of rum and actually looking like comrades.
V's sitting there with her fucking periapt against poison on the table, and she's like, "Why aren't I fucking drunk yet?"
I guess try
Drink-
hard and
drink the
believe in
ambrosia.
If
yourself.
you're trying hard enough, puts another bottle on the table.
You do have that wine sack. That'll.
Question.
Oh, I don't know if we want to go straight to expert level.
No.
She said
no,
she
no.
wasn't. She said she wasn't getting drunk. So I mean.
I'm just wondering
I-
why I'm not. Okay, that's not on anymore,
Oh.
so I shouldn't be. Never mind. Thank you for the food, Taven.
You want to know why you're not getting drunk?
I'd love to know. Yes.
Okay, give me one moment. I have to see if I have this prepared.
Communication, Basilisk.
Um,
Well, Joe's prepping this one.
Actually, Basilisk. Oh gosh, if we're doing this, I suppose.
would so in your game does detect poison and disease? Does that
Yes.
detect alcohol?
I know what the rule says.
Alcohol's a poison.
I've
It's okay.
heard how people defend it.
Yeah.
I don't freaking agree. But
Okay, that's fine. That's
But-
fine.
Tim, what we had arrived at is that if you're immune to poison, you can get drunk. You're just not going to die of alcohol poisoning. That was
yes,
sort of what
So,
we agreed on. So it takes
yes.
longer to get drunk.
because to me, that's a whole lot like
Anything's poison if you eat enough of it.
yeah, correct.
Correct. The LD50.
Hydrolysis.
So, what was the intent of the imbibement? The imbibement was not to intentionally poison yourself.
Look,
Ah,
I
that's
think
not
it's
true.
the discretion.
That's not true because I drink alcohol to kill
caveat.
things that live inside me. So absolutely, it's
Alcohol
on
caveat.
purpose.
Rubbing
is
alcohol for
Neil's
outside
discretion.
wounds, drinking
Wounds.
alcohol
Drinking
for
alcohol
inside
for
wounds.
inside wounds.
I
As
do
far as I'm
not
concerned,
agree.
it's DM discretion, and they can say
But-
if alcohol counts or not.
Yes, for the sake of the game purposes, yes, you can detect poison to detect the alcohol in her blood.
Just this once.
See, now I feel like I done goofed, and I just need to just walk this back entirely and just say,
Oh,
I don't know, I can't help you. You're just gonna die.
Don't back out.
it's one of
Okay.
those where I'm letting you do it. I'm just petty about it.
Oh,
Mm.
I have no idea
what
what
people
that
do,
tastes
though?
like.
I know you do.
Actually,
Okay.
I'll add this to the scenario. Since you say you want to know why, V's like, actually, I don't really care why I'm not getting drunk. I'm more interested in something. And she takes out like a really sharp hair comb, and she sort of slices open her palm and just kind of goes, I can't feel that.
All right, give me a second because I don't have detect insanity prepped. Give me 1 second. Detect daddy
just
issues?
goes-
Nope, that's a 5th level spell.
It's
Um,
possible that it's not me. Torin, do you mind if I stick him with the comb for a second?
Ow! Son of a bitch.
You don't feel
Alright.
anything either, but it starts bleeding.
Ah!
What?
No.
Is that not part of your training?
Ow! Son of a bitch.
What training? I'm a prostitute.
Wait, I thought all cards was on the table.
I
He's
don't.
talking about the.
Oh, I don't. I wasn't. No, I'm an acrobat, and you'd be surprised how much crossover there is between gymnastics and acrobatic training and dancing and the physical stuff. Sorry, I'm bleeding. Hold on. And I mean, I just when I took the job that I took, I was given some basic training in some things, and it just adapted really easily. I wasn't trained as I'm a dancer.
Okay. I really wish I had one of my useless RP spells prepped because like divination would be so perfect if I had that prepped. Like
Nothing is funnier than when Basilisk was like, I'll be goddamned if I upcast sending. To this day, one of the funniest when Joe was like, I will be goddamned if I upcast sending.
Okay. So, Draco. And you know what? Torin.
Yep.
We're going to make this a team effort. I'm going to use one of my 4th level spell slots to cast Enhance Ability.
Okay.
And it's going to be, because medicine is intelligence, correct?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Oh, so
I'm
much
looking
better.
at-
Okay, so it's going to be Owl's Wisdom is the version. So 4th level allows me to target 3, so 1, 2, 3, 3 creatures. Me, Torin, and Draco.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to say, we're going to incite the nervous system. We're going to look at the medical condition of her body, and we're going to try to figure out why pain wouldn't work. All right? Have you disclosed at all to anybody that you are monk-esque?
I just explained to Draco that
You're an acrobat? Okay.
With that, I'll tap Basilisk's shoulder and give him guidance.
And I will. Okay, that's way too meta, so I'm just gonna skip that. But that's way too min-max. Quick question. What would it be? What kind of role would it be to identify chakra or key paths in the body? Like, would it still be medicine to be like, oh, you have
I would say not medicine. I would make it
Arcana?
I would make it a wisdom roll.
just flat wisdom?
Yeah.
Okay. Would Owl's wisdom still apply?
Yes.
Okay. Torin, you've known her the longest.
Yep.
Maybe you can give us some insight on how she fights and moves.
Okay.
And I will I would like to give Torin the help action. And I would ask for a straight wisdom roll, but I would like to give him the help action to do. No, I don't even need to give him the help action because he's got Owl's wisdom now. So
Well, I'll give him the guidance then.
okay, beautiful. Do I have guidance prepped? I do, but you can't stack it. So yes, you give him guidance, and then I'll give you guidance on the next one.
All right.
That's teamwork, working as a team, baby.
So.
So it's a wisdom throw with advantage plus a D4.
All right.
Oh, I will cast no, because as Owl's Splendor concentration, I don't believe it is. Let me double check enhance ability. No, it is concentration, so never mind. Yeah, so you have advantage and a D4.
All right. So, wisdom on V. That is 18.
18. Okay. Trying to best way to describe this. On top of his roll, Torin, go ahead and do your own medical check
Okay.
behind that.
Me?
Yeah, Basilisk, on top of Torin's roll, do your own
Okay.
medicine roll.
All right.
Because I'm going to do a couple of things here.
Yeah, that's not one of my better skills, but that is a natural 20 for 25.
Are you
course.
kidding me?
I rolled a natural 20 and a 3 and a 3.
What
So it would have
is
been
this
8.
game?
Okay. Now, medically, Basilisk, you are aware that there can be a disorder that develops that the brain cannot process pain.
Analgesia or
It's like a cognitive it's a cognitive not a dysphoria, it's a cognitive
it's called CEPA, congenital insensitivity to pain and hydrosis, but it is a
it's like a cognitive insensitivity to pain. Usually it's something that you're born with. However, between the two of you, between Torin's kind of insight and background into V and your medical knowledge, between the two of you, you are starting to question whether it has to be something that would be formative at birth, or could you endure enough mental, emotional, spiritual trauma that would induce that feeling or induce that condition?
well, that's traumatic knowledge. That is what we in the biz call a cognito hazard. I'm going to tell you a thing that you now know that's going to hurt you forever.
In other words, you can be mentally and spiritually broken to a point
where you can't
where
hurt
you
anymore.
can't hurt anymore.
She's
Okay,
holding
V.
her palm out, and blood is just running down, dripping off of her elbow.
Basilisk will grab your hand, and he reaches over, and then he stops. And, like, not is not annoyed. He's not annoyed. He's not aggressive. He's not upset. But he takes a very deep breath and says, "Can I heal you?"
Please.
Ooh.
I'll cast Cure Wounds, and I will say, the reason you cannot feel pain is because you've had your fill. You've had enough pain and endured enough torture and agony that you cannot feel it anymore. You ever had hot tea with sugar or honey? And you burned your mouth because it was too hot and now you can't taste anything? You can feel it, but you don't taste it. You've been through enough that pain doesn't exist for you anymore. And I will tell you, as someone who is comfortable with the darker aspects of reality and experienced in the weight of responsibility, that the amount of abject horror and revulsion that I feel to meet someone who has had so much pain that they're full cannot be stressed enough. But there is a good part of that. There is an upswing. You are what many would call at rock bottom. There's nowhere to go but up. So any pain you do feel, physical, psychological, emotional, savor it, lean into it. I don't want to say enjoy it because that can cause its own problems, but if something that you think or feel or do causes you pain, take a moment to revel in that moment just for a little bit. Because if it still hurts you, it means you're getting better.
It is, Basilisk, for your knowledge, and between, like I said, you and Torin, because this condition has been triggered in this way, it's undetermined whether it's a permanent feeling or if this is something that can be healed from. It may not be. The fact that this it wasn't something that was taken from birth or anything, this may not be a permanent condition, is basically what I'm trying to tell you.
And then Basilisk will relay that it is possible that I have my own opinion. Would you rather be able to feel pain, or would you rather be numb?
Pain was the only thing that saved me from her. From Philomena. I don't know if I'd... You know what? It didn't make much of a difference either way, did it? So...
I disagree.
Whatever will be... The Brotherhood still got their way, and I still went for all of you, so...
Even the gods can be defied. So an eclectic group of weird cultist hobos can absolutely be shut down.
That's the hope. And you know what?
That's the goal.
Huh.
Goes back to
She looks at you when you say that, she's like, feels good to have a goal.
V, roll me a perception check.
Visual, by chance?
Yes.
17 plus 6.
23.
Yeah.
23.
Mm-hmm.
In the reflection of the glass in your hand,
Oh, no.
you see yourself. As you are. And it kind of jars you to the first time in 2 days that you've seen your reflection in a reflective surface. You half expected to see her.
Half.
Instead of, she's been hard drinking all night, and then kind of, there's still a good quarter left in there. And she sort of looks at her own reflection for the first time in days. And just puts the glass down. Turns back to Basilisk. Feels good to have a goal. And you can heal me anytime you want.
Does that include me, V?
Yes, Draco. That includes you too.
Just making sure.
If that's the case, I have a very important question then. Basilisk will take a deep breath and say, I have a very important question, and I think it would behoove not just you, but others as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm asking you this, you feel free to say no.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
When you kicked the puddle. So it is something.
I don't think Hector completely fixed me.
Then
I think
I ask that you let me heal you.
You can try.
I would like to perform a funerary rite using my ceremony spell to grant you closure and allow her spirit to move on. Funerals are not for the dead. They are for those the dead leave behind. But it is important that it only works if you believe in it.
Here's the problem, stranger that I barely know. I don't need closure. I got closure. I look over at Torin and Taruk and Corrales.
Taruk's just got like a turkey leg in his mouth.
Where did you get that?
I smile at him, genuinely, even though he busted into my room 3 nights ago. And I look at Torin and his dumb smile, and I look at Corrales sitting in his corner, and I go, I already got closure. I fled into brine for days alone. And then when they finally caught us, I spent days she tried really hard. let's just say. And finally, when it became clear that she wasn't going to be able to do it, I looked her in the eyes and I told her that the minute they did, they accomplished what they were trying to do, I was dead. And that every murder, every kill that I'd ever done was a choice until they were going to force me to do something I didn't want to do. And I said, the minute you do this, you've killed me, and it won't be me doing it anymore. And I would rather die being the person they think I am than live as what you're going to make me.
No wonder you can't feel pain. Then perhaps a funerary rite is not what is in order.
She's dead, and I already got my closure. But that hasn't stopped me from seeing her.
No, you didn't get closure. You got an end to her story, but yours is still tainted.
No, I think for the first time I have a story. Thanks to, I look over at Torin and Kraulos, and I'm fine, Basilisk. I just don't think that it's completely gone, because when it became clear that Mina wasn't going to have her way, Dathan got his turn, and I didn't have any defense against that. You know. So, I just don't think that it's completely gone.
Knew we should have cut that son of a bitch's hand off.
I wish you had.
Draco, Torin, and Basilisk. I would like you all to roll me insight checks. V, I want you to roll deception against yourself.
Oh no.
Remember, you guys still have advantage
I was
because
about
of
to ask.
yeah.
1 hour.
I rolled like trash. I'm so mad.
Insight's the,
I got a
the
13.
one whiz I actually have a.
I have a +5 and advantage, and I got a 13.
Can I give myself
Hey,
guidance?
Sure.
Insight. Here we go.
For better or for worse.
Natural 20.
I got a nat 20.
Okay.
Torin got a 13. I rolled 2 11s.
Okay.
My poor boy, I feel you.
Oh shit! I forgot to roll with advantage. Hold on.
I mean,
Well, you already got a
Nat
natural
20.
20.
got a natural 20.
Oh no! I didn't get a natural 20. I was saying V had got a nat 20.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I
For
didn't get
better
it.
or for worse, I got a natural 20.
With the advantage, I got 18, 19, 18, 26. I got a 30.
V, what's the total?
31.
31.
Damn.
Okay. Oh no, you see, here's the thing. Here's the important thing about this roll.
Mm-hmm.
This was not opposing.
Mm-hmm.
V was making one roll, the rest of you were making another.
Okay.
So, V, you are 100% convinced in everything you just said. You believe that this connection to Mina is somehow
It's not me. It's still the spell.
it's this. You believe that there's, in fact, there's some lingering effect or some like backwash effect of that spell that is affecting your mental state right now.
Oh, it's so sad.
You are convinced of this.
She's being so honest. Like, she's so truthful right now.
Yes.
But she's so wrong.
Yes. Draco, with your 30.
Oh.
Okay, dude. There is something about this entire situation with V's mental state, this non-feeling of pain that she's distributed towards you guys now. And there's something that you guys are missing. There is something that has transpired in the past 48 hours, that there's something at the wedding that happened that it's one of those things where, dang it, I know what I had for breakfast today, but why can't I think of it? It's that thought. You know that there is a glaring, obvious thing that you guys are overlooking. And you know that V is in a mental state where she cannot accurately diagnose the problem.
Do you share that information, Draco?
I do, and I look at Basilisk, because since he's a cleric, after I explain that, do you think a greater restoration would help?
V, I feel that given this, a restoration and maybe even a dispel magic might help. Is that okay?
I don't know what you're trying to restore. Yes, maybe if there's, I'm telling you, it's not done. Whatever Hector did, it got Dathan out of it broke him from my head, but I don't think it got him out.
Then we would like to try to get the rest. Is that okay?
I think maybe it's worth a try if you don't.
All right. Okay. He's immediately going to use. Oh, I love having higher level spell slots. I'm going to use a 4th level spell slot to do Dispel Magic.
Hold on.
Again, yes.
I have an idea.
Yes, Torin.
Tim.
Yes.
Can I try to use Divine Sense on V?
Okay.
And see if I pick up anything?
I was really looking up a tool that would help me in this moment. Yes.
It's a special Mouska tool.
Okay. No, it was something specific I wrote down, and I really want to get it verbatim, but I might have to paraphrase it. It's fine. Divine Sense, you say?
Yes.
Okay.
It says, the presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor, and powerful good rings like music. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces until the end of your next turn. You know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. You know the type of celestial, fiend, or undead. Of any presence. It is not identified, though.
Okay. Torin.
Yep.
What is this game?
There is a strong, fiendish presence coming from V.
Fiendish?
Draco. You put up a 30 on the last one. This is a huge roll here, buddy. I'm going to ask you. All right. How do I want to do this? I feel like this is. I think this has got to be a choice here. I'll let you do insight or arcana.
You have advantage on insight. Remember that.
Both of these are. Oh, is enhanced ability still going?
Does it last for an hour?
Concentration to an hour.
It does. Yes.
Oh, so yeah, insight then.
Insight. Do it.
And I'm gonna go ahead and guide myself one more time.
Because I assume Torin verbalizes that he's getting a strong fiendish presence from V.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fiendish?
All right,
Yes.
so-
Like,
Because, like, what?
hold on, let me reread it.
No, that's correct.
Let me double check to make sure.
It says I
Yes.
know the it
Fiend.
says I know the type. Fiend.
Yes.
It doesn't say. It doesn't
Succubi
identify the
or
name,
succubi
but
or fiends.
Yeah. It's a fiend.
So with that roll with advantage, I got a 28.
One thought crosses your mind. The vows.
Vows. And you
The
hear
vows
Draco.
at the wedding.
You hear Draco just the vows, the vows. What? B, do you remember the vows? Their vows?
You remember the exact wording that Nina used during her vows? That's what I'm frantically trying to find, my darn notes.
Yeah. V was kind of, the whole time she was sort of just like, this is a load of shit. She's just doing this for the attention. But that's Mina. That's all V remembers from the vows. She does not remember.
I didn't think I'd need them tonight, okay?
I'm sorry!
Torn is slowly putting his hands on Chaos Star and Clawbasher. Very slowly.
So are the vows a component, or are they like a
Oh my gosh, I found him.
Hand-
Okay,
Hands on the holsters and takes about a half a step back.
Draco, you, with that roll, you recall now the exact wording. I, Briseis Philomena Bordeaux, vow to devote myself to love and honor and cherish him who I bestow my undying love in life or death. In torrential seas or clear skies above, may our fates be ever linked as long as we both shall live.
Oh, that bitch.
As long as Hector lives.
Oh,
I look at V and yeah.
And if you recall, there was a moment for all of you when, before the cultists attacked, there was a burst of magical energy that shot out through the wedding pavilion and the candles flickered. And then the cultists attacked. In the moment, it didn't seem important because cultists were attacking. But it appears that her wedding vow was a curse, which linked her to Hector, and apparently to V as well. Now, Divine Sense, Torin.
Yes.
You note that I'm going to say, this is going to be stretching the abilities of what Divine Sense really should be able to do, but narratively, I feel like it really fits in this moment. I want you to give me... Roll me a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier.
Okay. My spellcasting is charisma, so that'll be a +2.
If I give you a really good incantation, can I give him the help action?
Okay. You said that as he rolled. He has rolled the dice, so no.
Okay. Oh.
If you'd have gotten it in before he rolled, then yes, I would have.
Okay.
I would say it doesn't even take an insight roll. V's eyes are doing that thing where they're twitching from side to side in like thought and remembrance, and all V remembers is the mental scape when Mina was the last day that she tried before she gave up the ghost, and she was like so sure that she had it, that it was the done deal, that she had V's mind, and she was like telling her how she's gonna kill Hector and how she's gonna destroy all of them and how she can't wait until, to fight, she's gonna exact revenge for her and blah blah blah. And the whole time she was just sitting there, and then when she finally beat her, and all she can think about is that moment where she was just like so sure that it was all over, and then she came back from it, but like now she's like, did I come back from it? Did I really do that? Did I manage to make it happen? Did I not? Have I just thought it? What's going on in my brain?
Thorin, what did you roll?
6.
Oh my.
Oh, buddy.
I can't even do
No.
nothing with my cosmic
That's
omen,
a 4
bro.
+2.
No.
Jesus.
Guys, tell a story, man.
No. What yeah, no, sorry. Thorin, you got nothing. Draco, Basilisk.
Can I attempt my dispel magic?
Can I determine from figuring out that it's a curse? Can I determine if it can be? Oh well, you know what? He's using dispel magic. I was just thinking maybe I can use remove curse tomorrow, if that will work.
We won't know until we try, and if we don't think that that's the situation.
So like I have to do it like after a long rest because I didn't have remove curse prepared, but knowing that there's a curse around, it feels like a just time to do it.
She cursed me with her wedding vows?
You and the man that you love. And that's
What?
exactly how
She cursed Hector with her wedding vows. You
Her
were caught
wedding
in the
vows.
crossfire.
Why was I caught in the cross? She
Because
hated
Hector
me.
loves you. No, it's because
What?
Hector loves you.
Oh, y'all not a thing? I thought y'all were a thing.
What?
Corrales, who is sipping on water from a goblet.
I mean, I
Why?
was hints on it, but nothing ever got confirmed.
Oh my god.
Did y'all not know how many times Hector was walking out at night?
No,
How many times he was...
Draco,
I was busy.
Technically, Draco did notice that a couple times.
I am a incredibly volatile, expensive collection of very alluring lies. Okay, my entire job, my entire being is to lure people in and then usually kill them. Okay, and I can't exactly turn it off. So when people are attracted to things about me, it's not my fault. And then Mina picked up on that when she found him in my brain, and then I had to kill him in there, which wasn't fun. And then that kickstarted this whole entire problem, and now I'm here being cursed, apparently. So it's
y'all
as simple as that.
So y'all wasn't a couple. Got it.
Okay. That's heavy.
Oh?
So
All right. I'm gonna attempt my dispel magic and hope for the best.
Uh-huh.
So V, you watch as Basilisk pulls out his pipe and like takes a drag and like blows smoke out, and you can smell that it's like incense.
Ooh, question. What does it smell like? What kind of incense? Like, is
I
it
was
sweet?
gonna say bourbon and leather, but it's spiced. It's sandalwood and cinnamon, a hint of vanilla, and a rich like overtones of smoked cedar and hot ash.
Add a tiny bit of rose, and that's what V's perfume smells like.
Gross. Okay. And Vastus is fully going to do a full prayer first. And he blows out the smoke, and it's almost like a censer, but he takes a hit off his pipe and blows it. And you watch as he takes his staff and turns it sideways and says, "Divine matron, mask of blood and flesh, all creation, flutter of wings and writhing of tentacles, ye who bears the name of man on the wall of marble, inscribe a twin lotus in the abyss of conflagration, wait at the far heavens, and guide me to thy heart. Mother and grandmother, grant to me thy blessings, and dispel the curse upon this child of man." And I will cast Dispel Magic using a 4th level slot.
Question. Does this count as an ability check?
It's about to.
I'm gonna use my reaction for Cosmic Omen, and I'm gonna roll a d6 to add that to the roll.
Okay, roll it.
He just gave you. Yeah, go.
All right,
do it.
Roll a d6.
Oh, 6, motherfucker!
That is a soft. That is a soft 30. I rolled a 24 with my wisdom. Hold on. Let me check. Let me double check. Make sure I'm right. I rolled Dispel Magic. Advantage because it uses my wisdom modifier. It is an ability check using my wisdom modifier, which is what Owl's wisdom does. Plus his roll is a soft 30.
One moment.
What is this game?
Loading.
I'm looking at the very specific wording. Okay.
Torn is white knuckling his maces at this point.
Okay. Somebody can at me later if they want. I see no reason why the wording of Dispel Magic cannot also affect a curse. Basilisk, when you say the incantation out loud and it's completed, you now physically see the fiendish aura that is infected V. It's almost like I don't want to say the predator vision. I want to say it's almost like you can see a physical contagion within someone's aura. And as you finish, you see I don't know if I want to call it a spiritual or an arcanic tether that is connected to V, and it shoots off into space. And you see where specifically this curse holds her. And in a moment, that tether snaps. V, you feel nothing. There is no emotional, physical manifestation of I'm cured. It's gone. You know, there's no physical indicator that anything has changed for you. You, however, Basilisk, see as in that moment, V is standing there or sitting or looking at you, but almost as if you can see through her, you see the likeness of the succubus you saw at the wedding.
In that moment, Basilisk will reach out towards her with both hands to like try to cup her face, Mina's face. And he will like try to pull her close and say, "It's okay, cousin. You are seen, you are loved, and you will be mourned. It's time to rest now."
There is nothing but struggle and revulsion from your touch. But she can't pull away. It is no words are spoken from Mina's aura.
Basilisk will be gentle. He will be supremely loving and kind and gentle the entire time.
It is the absolute.
It's not what she was about.
Frantic revulsion to your touch and taking something away that belonged to her.
If he doesn't pick up on any of this, like not even like from what Basilisk is like his expression.
You see Basilisk holding nothingness at the moment.
If he's gonna ask him, "What are you doing? What do you have? What are you doing?"
And it's Basilisk. If you've ever tried to hold like a pet that didn't want to be held and was trying its best to get away from you, you know, I don't even know if there's an accurate way to say it. It is just a frantic clawing to get away from your grasp, and it can't. Whatever this is, whatever piece of Mina's spirit that lingered within V is just clawing to try to go back to her. And as the incantation ends, you have the remainder of Mina's spirit and it disintegrates. And you hear, for the first time that you even saw this succubus, this entity, the first time you ever saw it show fear. The entire encounter with them, with you at the wedding, there was nothing more than arrogance, spite, and evil intent. Never once did Mina ever show fear in any interaction with anyone.
V looking at Basilisk, because I know she's, trying to get a read. Basilisk is fully weeping. And he just looks at you and says, "Just because you don't agree does not mean you are not worthy of love.
What did you just do? What is...
In the last moment, as this fiendish spirit dissipates, you see that tether flutter off. And okay. This is the last bit to this, and I want to see if you catch this before this whole ritual ends. All right. Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Is it everybody or just
Me?
Basilisk?
Just Basilisk.
Oh no!
Go ahead
Why
and
is it on
guide
me?
him. I'll go ahead
Thank
and
you.
guide him.
Thank you.
Okay.
And you know what? I can use another reaction, right? Since we're not in turn order. Like
No, you're not.
initiative.
It's fine.
I'll go ahead and roll another d6 for Big Bassy.
Please roll those.
They give it, then they take it away. I only rolled a 1 that time.
No.
So a 1 on the d6
Yes.
and the guidance.
Yeah, you still
You
got
roll
your
the
d4.
guidance.
You roll guidance.
Okay, let me bring up d4. That's a 4. Plus your 1 is 5,
It's plus
Which
5 to
makes-
whatever you rolled.
which makes my total roll, again, a soft 30.
Oh.
I rolled a 25.
Hell yes.
As that tether severs, your sight, because you rolled so high,
You're welcome.
I love you.
you all right. I want to put it in this kind of term. When you have a rope or a string that has 2 load-bearing weights on it,
Mm-hmm.
and one is cut, you
The other one
notice the tension
Mm-hmm.
in the remaining tether or the remaining line. That's what you see as the incantation ends and Mina's essence dissipates into nothingness.
In that last moment, before the sight fades and everything returns to normal, can I attempt one last thing? Because if this rope is taut, it is taut between 2 points.
Correct.
One is Hector. The other is Mina. Basilisk will put everything he has into one spell. And he will simply whisper, rest. And he will attempt to use all of the power at his fingertips, his bloodline, his divine abilities, everything. He is attempting to use every ounce of everything he has to find a single moment of peace for Mina, so she can let go and just be free of the decisions and the mistakes and the pain that she has suffered.
You didn't know, Mina.
What are you trying to do?
I want her to go home to Mother. Mother is the mother of monsters. From minotaurs who eat the flesh of heroes, to succubi, incubi, and concubi who drain the souls of the innocent. All of us are children of the mother of monsters. And I want her to not feel alone. I want her to go home, to people that will love her and appreciate her and see her for who she is, not for who she's convinced herself she has to be.
If V can read Basilisk well enough, she kind of reaches out for you, like while you're doing whatever the fuck you're doing, and she just grasps Basilisk and just says, "Don't hurt her."
I'm doing my best.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you to make one roll
Okay.
unassisted.
Okay.
Roll me a d20. I want you to add your spellcasting modifier and your proficiency bonus and tell me what you get.
Spellcasting and proficiency.
Yes.
At 20.
So that's going to be a +9. Do I still get advantage from Owl's wisdom?
Yes.
Okay. It's only a soft 20.
With that, you do reach out to find out where does that tether lead? Where does it go? Where is Mina? How is she still holding on to it? And try to convince whatever remains of her to let go. Your eyes roll back and you get visions of her. What you see is unlike anything that any of you saw in this lifetime. What you see is the creature that Mina is. It is a succubus by name, but it is almost feral. It is a creature that has been warped and distorted by her own selfish ego, her own desires, her own mania, shall we call it, of superiority. She can't even verbalize. It's just incoherent, babbling, wailing, and screams. That is what remains of the creature that is connected to Hector. And that tether leads to her, and it is wrapped around her. She is nearly unreachable in this state, whatever she is. She appears to be in some limbo state of existence between not dead but not alive. And this is what would happen to a succubus if you took intelligence from it. It's an attractive, dangerous, horrible fiend. It's a feral creature. and it's just wailing and snarling. And it is, I don't have art that I could use as a reference. You guys have to use your imagination of, you know what a succubus looks like. Well, now what happens if I corrupt a succubus further? I take its intelligence away. I take its demeanor, its charisma. I take everything that makes it intelligent and human in any way. This is the base form of it. It is unreachable, but you see it. This is what is tethered to Hector. And in this moment, you realize that you truly don't know what he has been saying and what he has been dealing with in the past few days. And he has said nothing about it. And in that moment, your consciousness returns back to your form here, and your eyes open.
What was it? What is the spell? Is it gone? Did you fix it? What's going on?
That wasn't a spell, it was a curse. And were you able to take care of it, Basilisk?
No. But I can fix it. I have an idea. V, you're safe. Hector is not.
Tim, am I still getting a sense from V?
Your divine sense picks up nothing from V.
The
No,
Basilisk
no, okay. There is no fiendish presence within V anymore.
Right.
She registers like Draco,
right,
and
right.
you know, she's back to her normal charming self. That is.
Yeah, her normal charming self hears Basilisk says Hector's not safe, and she rushes you effectively and just goes, "What's wrong? What's going on? What do you mean he's not safe? What?"
I need you to be honest with me. If you had to choose between Mina drawing breath and Hector being free of her wrath, which would you choose?
Hector, she's dead. She's dead. What's going on? You're telling me?
B, I'm asking you a question. I'm not doing it lightly, please. If you had to pick between Mina
Hector,
trying
is
breath,
he cursed, and where is he?
He's safe from everything but her. And we can either attempt to end the curse.
Yes, I can do that. What's going on? Just tell me.
That which she was is gone. All that's left is the grudge that she held, the bitterness and hatred and resentment, the feral insanity of a fiend, a soulless creature of consumption. We could possibly end the curse on Hector.
I can end the curse on Hector. You're telling me there's a curse?
Yes, but I would ask that we try something first.
What do you want to try? Because there is very little keeping me from running off into the night to fix this.
I'd like to try to bring her back so that she can atone for what she's done.
No,